The irony of Africans living abroad. First of all, I would like to thank the Almighty God for making it possible so I can share my story with you. Second, thanks to my parents for risking everything to come to Europe for a better life. And of course, thanks to the whole family, particularly the ones in Africa, to whom my parents send money every month. It's not easy to travel to a foreign country to start a new life. It's not easy to get paper. I know somebody living here in Germany over 25 years and still hasn't got his papers. My parents came to Europe 30 years ago. I am now 35 years old. I came with my parents when I was 5. As a child, I saw my parents work almost every day to build a house in Africa. Now, I'm 35 years old and they are still building the same house. I've never been there, but I wonder if they are building another Burj Khalifa or another White House. My parents are now 60-something years old. They started building the house in Africa 20 years ago. The house has cost them approximately 150,000 euros. That's a lot of money. My parents are no academics. They worked hard for the money. My mother told me their plan for the future, if they retire, is to stay in Germany because of the medical treatment and every now and then visit Africa. My question was, why then build such a big house in Africa if it is only for vacation? She said, "It's all for you." I thanked her and told her what I've discovered about Africans living abroad. At the beginning, it seemed impossible. You travel to a foreign country, struggle for years to settle, and then you get your staying permit, papers. Then the first thing on the list is to marry or find someone so you are not lonely. The next thing most people do is what I don't understand. They start a never-ending project. Build a house in Africa. I know you are asking, what's wrong with building a house in Africa to help your family? I'm not saying you shouldn't help your family in Africa. My question is, why should I build a house in Africa where I can only live 6 weeks a year and still have to pay electric bills, water bills every month? And when I die, my children have to fight over the house with the relatives living there? Instead of building a house in Africa, why not in the country where you struggle to get papers? You don't have to send any family members money for them to spend it for you. You can check everything yourself. And at the end, you can inherit it to your children in peace. Wouldn't that also be fine? Even though many Africans living in Europe still consider Africa their home, they don't have concrete plans to move back. For example, my parents came here when they were in their 30s. They settled, brought me here and started working. They considered Africa their home and hoped one day to return there forever. As time passed, they started recognizing Germany as their true home, because their children, their grandchildren, and even most of their family members now live here in Germany. The house in Africa was a good investment anyway. If I inherit it one day, I'll sell it instantly. Every generation has a better life than the generation before them. There are other kinds of investments you can consider if you are in a situation like that. The first investment you should make after getting your papers should be in yourself. I think that's the most important thing most people neglect. I know a lot of people living in Germany over 30 years and still can't speak German. How can you progress in a country without even speaking the language? It's always sad to see my fellow Africans do jobs below their standard. They just get caught up in the hamster wheel and don't even see how they are wasting their potential. Education could open you new doors and give you a different mindset. It's very nice to have a community with people from your country. It's even better to have other friends beyond the community, friends from other countries. This gives you another view. Talk to some elders. Don't make the same mistakes. Thank you very much for your time. Please subscribe to my channel so we can grow as a community.